So you had a good morning?
Yes, sir.
Good. So in the most holy name of Allah, who is indeed the beneficent, the most merciful, we give him thanks, we give him praise. We show him honor and respect. We thank him for his divine intervention in our miserable affairs. He found us. We were pitiful. We had been in the hands of some wicked people. And they took everything from us. You know, when somebody, is robbed, you can at least leave them with some bus fare. Like, leave them something that they can at least get home. But when someone takes everything, and then as they're walking away, they come back and look at your shoes. And then say, take off your shoes too. Just left you with nothing. Then you're in bad shape, right? And this enemy left us with nothing. Knew we needed food to eat, and then just gave us the worst food. Everything that we needed, he just gave us the worst. He knew we needed clothes for our bodies, he just gave us the worst clothing. So after generations, we got used to the worst and normalized it. We would buy a pig at the beginning of the year. My dad was telling me yesterday as we were celebrating his 94. Allahu Akbar. And he was strong too. Like, he stand up just like me. He's got no ailments. None. So anyway, we were talking, he said, we were talking about food and what should be eaten and what shouldn't be eaten. Because the Muslim diet creates a lot of controversy in black homes. Yes, sir. Start telling people what they can't eat. Like, they'll start telling you about their dad or granddad who lived to 200, eating everything he could for salt and pepper or whatever he could jerk. And Papa was telling me that, my dad used to buy a pig at the beginning of the year, feed the pig, and during Christmas, go and kill the pig. The butcher would kill it, and butcher would take some, the head and other bits, and give him some. It was fair exchange. I was telling him how filthy the pig is. He was saying, I'm 94 today, but that's how I was raised. So I was sharing with him that every generation has to evolve out and evolve towards the optimum.
Go ahead, you teach it.
I said, even though we may say we can normalize eating anything, if circumstances determine that, we just have to start looking at each other for which one we're going to sacrifice because we haven't eaten for a month, then the fork can come in your mind.
Come on.
You following me?
Go ahead.
You've never been that hungry before.
No, sir.
But when you're hungry, you will eat the best of the worst.
That's right.
Yeah?
Yes.
And then when your circumstances change, you say, I would never eat that. Because you've got a better choice.
That's right.
Yes?
Yes.
So if we're now in a better condition, then we can't talk about buying a pig and fattening him up and killing him on Christmas.
No, sir.
Because there is now supermarket, there's now butchers, and there's now choice. I said, we can't compare a lion who stalks a deer and would just take a chunk out of the deer whilst the deer is alive. And then everybody's just biting a piece of the deer who is alive. Huh? We're not in that kind of desperate situation.
No, sir.
We're civilized. So therefore, there are certain things we wean off of and wean on to.
Yes, sir.
Yes, to show our growth into civility.
That's right.
And if we were a people who was subjected to another people who wanted the worst for us, then if we call ourselves free, we have to want the best for ourselves and all who come within our influence. We want the best for them too.
That's right.
It's never about just you. It's about those and you and those who come within your influence.
Yes, sir.
So my dad, on his birth anniversary, he was still hoovering because he cut his hair and he was hoovering. I said, Dada, let me do that for you. So I took the Hoover. It was a nice little cordless Hoover. So I was saying, this is nice. I need one of these. He said, you bought it. You see how life works? I did not even have a smidgen of recollection of buying that Hoover. Up to now, I still can't remember buying the Hoover. But he said, you bought it. And I was like, wow. So when you do good, it starts to, you don't even think about it. You don't, oh, you owe me a Hoover, and use it as a cussing point. You know, like when someone just, well, I did buy you this, I bought you that. Well, give me back this and give me back that. You know, those kind of people. They itemize every good deed they do. And they got it in their pocket. You see, let me tell you what I done for you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. We ain't trying to be like that.
No, sir.
Because it's our nature to do what is good. And if it's our nature, then we shouldn't have to struggle too much. And when I went home, I was thinking about it, and then it came back to me when I bought the Hoover. Not when, but why? Because I was there, and when you see your parents with one of these Hoovers that's just so noisy, I said, no, you can't be doing that. So I went to the Currys and bought them a better Hoover that was a bit more quiet. Praise be to Allah. And that's how it works. You and I have got to be facilitators of change for good.
That's right.
Not change for the worse, but change for good. And you got to always show love. And showing love is to make things easier for others. You're a facilitator. You make things easier. You perceive the need that they have before it even manifests itself. So, you know that person is going to drop that, so you put yourself to catch it. You with me? You know they're going to run out of money at the end of the month, so before they ask, here's £100. Oh, God heard your prayers. Yeah, God heard the person's prayer through a sensitive soul. Are you hearing me? But if you're not a sensitive soul, you can't even hear your own needs, much less anybody else's. So we thank Allah for his divine intervention in our affairs by hearing our cry, seeing our needs, and coming to look for us. And taking up the responsibility of restoration of a people who were totally destroyed, who normalized being nothing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
Wow. And if you don't have people in your life who can lift you up, as they used to say in the Caribbean, big you up, then you're not going to do well in life. Because even if there's nothing going on, and you remember when we were young, there was nothing going on, but it took love for mama when your heating weren't working to boil water, lift it up the stairs so you can wash your skin. Some of you don't even know nothing about that. You're used to all of this grand life of combi boiler. Flick a switch, it comes on. It's instant. Some of you are shower babies, not shower pussy, but shower babies. Some of us used to have bath with our other siblings to save water. You understand? And wash down yourself until the ring come around. Remember the ring? You had to get out before the ring. Some of you don't know about this kind of life. And when you don't know both sides, you can become a little bourgeois. You following me? Where you can't adapt. And some of us who've been blessed to see both sides, we don't intend to revert back to the
No, sir.
but we can sympathize with them. We know where you're coming from. And there is a way out of it. Keep going. Are you following me? Got to keep going. You got to persevere. This is why you got to be careful with your children. Because if you're of the vibe, I don't want you to go through what I went through. You know, I went through all the toughness, and so you can, you know, have easy life. You're killing them.
Listen. Leave. Listen.
I don't mean that they must get in the bath with boiled water if it's in the tap. I don't mean that.
No, sir.
But I mean, don't make them soft.
That's the.
You with me?
Yes, sir.
Let them fall down. And don't pick them up.
Come on. Can you?
And you're always there when they're struggling with their zip. Don't come down with a parachute. Let me help you. Mommy comes to rescue. Da, 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 da. Zip. Then she's off again. Your children 8, 9 and still can't even tie their shoelace. So then you buy slip-ons. Mummy on her knees. And the child's just there. Mummy at his knees. Tying his lace. No. Even if you're going to do it, lift him up somewhere. Don't go on your knees to do all of that kind of stuff. This is just little housekeeping. Anyway, we thank Allah for his coming and raising the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. He was disgusted with our condition and instructed us to sit yourself in heaven at once. Even though the enemy dressed us in rags, we washed the rags. We ironed and steamed out the rags and wore the rags proudly. But you can get accustomed to rags. Even when riches are at the door. You're just used to that old pair of trousers. You following me? So when we come to your house, you're always in those old pants. Because you've had them from you were 16. Do you remember those socks you just can't throw away? This is my jumper from when I was back home. We got to learn to upgrade and bury some of the old life. Have a janasa prayer for the old things. Make room for the new. Yes? Because Allah said, sit yourself in heaven. When? At once. Therefore, he put an instruction on it. Do it now. What are you waiting for? But here we are going shopping, saving up new clothes for a special occasion. As if you know what next week is going to bring. Next week could bring death. So what are they going to do? Dress us up in the fine things that we never wore. Oh, he was saving this jumper. Let me put on his jumper. It's a bit late for that, isn't it? You go shopping yesterday, you should be wearing what you bought yesterday today. No?
Come on.
We thank Allah for raising the most honorable Elijah Muhammad as his exemplar, his example of freedom, justice, and equality. He laid a foundation of a nation, built a nation in the midst of another nation, gave birth to a people who were confined in the guts of another nation. We thank him for birthing us into a new world. He didn't say organization, he said nation. And there are many new nations on planet Earth. Huh? All over the world, nations are being born. America even itself is a new nation. Yeah, it's less than 300 years old. It's new. Hasn't always been here. And it ain't always gonna be here. Particularly the way our leadership is acting at the moment. It's quite rough. gangster in the house. Roadman in the White House. That's why, they admire our little brothers. Because when they get big office, they just go roadman in there. You get me? They go real roadman. When they closing the door, they're pulling off these ties and just getting out the Rizzler. That's what they're doing. What else could they be doing?
Exactly.
Ordering KFC and all that. They're ordering those things. And just being who they really are. Roadman. It's gonna go and take that. Take that. Just taking people's things. Because you think you're above the law. Yeah, well, it's your time to rule, so you make the laws. And those concerned, they make the laws. But there's a bigger lawmaker on scene.
That's right.
But what's great is that, these individuals, they actually work for God. They work for him. And he will allow them to run roughshod over your life if you allow it. If you're not with him, you can't survive today. Because these guys are just gangsters. When certain people are coming through your community, you got to prepare when they're coming through. Because Trump is coming through. But anyway, we could never thank Allah for the man who's among us today, who has called us out of darkness into the marvelous light of Allah God and given us an opportunity to be free, to be justified, to be equal, and to enroll into a new nation. And some of us have chosen to enroll in a new nation. And that nation is a nation of submission to the will of God. And in Arabic, it's called Islam. We thank Allah for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and we thank Allah for the opportunity that he has offered us to, as the book of Revelation says, come out of her, my people, so ye be not partakers of her sins and her plagues. For her sins have reached all the way up to heaven. And up to heaven means anybody trying to do good will have to overcome the allure of this world, and the temptation of this world in order to maintain their decency. We thank Allah and can never thank Allah for the opportunity. As I greet you in peace, Assalamu alaikum. And how is everybody today? Very good. Praise be to Allah. Well, let's thank Brother Raymond for what he shared with us earlier. Thank you. And I do apologize for leaving you up here like that. But that's how life goes sometime. They say, be careful what you wish for. So when you say you're going to help, sometimes you have to do some overtime.
That's right.
Can you stay on for another couple of hours? Okay. Yeah, I had plans. Yeah, he had plans. But Allah is the best of planner. So look, just very quickly, I want to talk about some freedom, some justice and equality, and some productivity, and why the word in and of itself, by itself, is just not enough. You need to act on the word. Because we read a scripture, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God, and the word dwelt amongst men, women, and became flesh. Mm-hmm. In the beginning of Allah's self-creation, there was no speaking. When you were being formed and I was being formed in the wombs of our mothers, there wasn't no conversation there on the level that we communicate today. There was conversation on the highest level. And that conversation led to productivity. So there weren't a lot of conferences in the womb. There weren't a lot of meetings in the womb. Do you understand? There was perpetual activity. So there was clarity in the womb, and that clarity produced you and it produced me. We are we are an amalgamation of clarity. Have you ever thought about it? We only started to produce sound after we were born. And that sound was uttered based upon insecurity. We made a noise based upon being insecure, being or evolving out of our place or our abode, if you will, our home for 9 months, and being catapulted into a universe wherein there was endless possibility if we developed ourselves. We were once a seed that had to come to maturity within the womb that we were growing, and then we were born as another seed to develop the fullness of our potential so that we can maximize, we can take advantage of the opportunities that are out here. We're no longer just confined to growing in our mother's womb. Now we can be anything we can imagine. Now we can put 14 billion brain cells to work. Wow. Now we have endless possibilities. That's a great thing. So therefore we have to learn to communicate on multiple levels. Yeah? And the sad thing is that most of the members of the human family die and go back into the ground without realizing some basic abilities that lay dormant within us all our lives. When you look at life, life is complicated enough if we just understand what reality is, like just basic reality. To know what reality is and to try to live in accordance with it is hard enough. Much less what we add to that which is already difficult. Think about it. Life is already hard for a 16-year-old girl, 17-year-old boy. And now to have a baby at 17, you've just made your life very complicated. Are you with me? But we're not going to know until after the fact because we're experimenting. No one sat us down and gave us a tutorial on life. You following me? It's like just jumping in a car and never seeing anybody drive before. You're going to crash. You might even die. You following me? Some of us learned to drive without a tutor. I learned to drive without taking driving lessons. Don't ask me how I did it. I might still get arrested. The case might still be open. But I bought a car at 15. How do you do that? Have some money. And someone's always willing to sell you what you have the ability to pay for. But all of my friends had these little minis, so it was a little mini crew. So I needed to get a mini, right? I was 15 because I had one of those late birthdays, in August. So I was the youngest in my year, which I didn't like. It would have been better to be the older one in the following year if they had just took me down a bit. Because I did feel it. Real talk. You actually feel the impact of a maturer mind in your class when certain things you're just not grasping it and others are getting it. But if I had another year, I could have done better. You following me? What's that song Usher done? Confessions. This is my confession. That's it. Yeah. So when you reflect and when you look at it, you know, and if you have children who are born and are in the same predicament, always choose giving them more time to figure it out. Because sometimes you can push someone too much that you actually break them. Are you with me? So anyway, we have to be careful how something matures. And you can't false ripe something. Life is difficult enough just trying to grasp reality. And when we add confusion to reality, we make life much more complicated than it needs to be. Erykah Badu sung a song called Bag Lady. You know, because if you keep adding more things to the bag, it gets heavier. You say, I'm just going to the supermarket just for some eggs and some bread and some milk. And by the time you get there, you need cheese, you need toilet paper, you need washing up liquid. And by the time you look around, you're walking down the street like this, or you got to balance it. Yeah? And then on the way, and then you got to go and pick up the children from school because now you're running late because you're spending too much time in the supermarket. And the bags can become a burden. Life can become an unnecessary burden, particularly when we don't know how to live. And no one's taught us how to live. If we're just repeating the life of our parents, who are also students of life, it might take us longer than necessary to learn some basic things. Yes? Because we're trying to learn life from the exterior as opposed to developing what is within ourselves and studying who we are from within. It's very difficult and misleading to study yourself from the exterior as opposed to from the interior. So if in the beginning was the Word, if you and I, listen to this, if we study the voice within ourselves and develop it, then in the beginning was the Word. It really is the Word of God, His voice within you and me. But if we don't respect that sound, our own conscience, then we will take advice externally and corrupt the voice of God internally. Are you with me? Because we will derive our security from those on the outside complimenting us, but they may be corrupting the self. And most of us have been corrupted because we've allowed external sounds to take our God essence out of tune. So we're not tuned up to who God made us, who Allah made us individually in His image and likeness. The image and the likeness of God is gone because we're trying to duplicate someone who has already been. You following me? Who is not worthy of replication. Do you understand? Allah God does not make any two creatures the same. He says in the Quran, if all of the seas were ink, with what? 7 more added to it? And all the trees as pens, we could not exhaust His wisdom. So therefore, it is anti-God to want to duplicate things as opposed to build on things. Do you understand? Very important that we go beyond basic understanding and try to grasp that which is much more fair seeming. I want to say it the way the minister said it. It's further in my notes, but I'm going to have to pull it forward. Okay? So the Honourable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches and advises us against intellectual cowardice, defined as the fear of delving into what we have been taught and going beyond our immature expression. Yeah? Because we have popularized immature expression of the divine, endless word of God. And we've produced a culture based upon ignorance. Do you understand? Because once you've learned something, it becomes ignorant when you don't delve into it. Do you understand? When you don't build on it, it becomes stagnant. It becomes stale. It becomes insipid. Yes, you have to keep yourself fresh. You have to keep others fresh. And if you wake up in the morning and you hold a physical fresh, where you won't leave your house unless you shower, your bath and whatnot, what about bathing our minds with higher levels of truth, higher levels of wisdom, deeper understanding, greater appreciation for what we have been given? Shouldn't that be more of a priority? The inward rearrangement, the inward exaltation, the inward upgrade, than focusing and spending all this money on external embellishments without the character to match the external embellishment. Anyway, I hope I'm not just going too far with you. So we have to break this dependency that we have all been born into. You know what I mean? Like, children are dependent on their mother's love. And if you don't rear your children to love you like that, then you failed. Children are supposed to love their parents. Are you with me? I'm going to say it again. Children are supposed to love their parents. Yes? And when they don't, they have been influenced by external factors that really is cutting them off from God. See, as a mother and a father, I know for me, like, it's one of the most, it angers me so much when I see children being fresh with their parent. Like, I can't take it. I leave the room because I just want to snatch them. You following me? And parents who allow children to be rude to them, I want to snatch them too. Because like, you're producing a little thug for someone else to have to deal with. You understand? And that's what we've got. We've got a whole little group of thugs walking around our community because their parents allow them to say things out their mouth and to do things that need to be curbed. Like, it needs to be curbed. You're your children's first psychologist. You following me? You're the psychologist. I don't mean that you are a psychologist of brute force. You have to be a psychologist of the highest spiritual level and capacity. You have to be able to read what you produce and dissect it and go back over the history of what caused this. Where the hell did this characteristic come from? Go back into history. What did you do? What did you partake of? What did you expose yourself to that went down into the wiring of your child? You following me? Don't project out. Look within. Go over the history. You don't even like what I'm saying. I didn't know what I was going to say today, but it sounds like we're on point. Praise be to Allah. Gotta go over the wiring. Stop looking out. Stop bawling. Stop complaining. You're a scientist. And a scientist dissects the problem, breaks it down. I'm going to get to the root of this thing. What is causing this? They were telling us that the heating weren't on. Sister said she told me from Wednesday. I didn't even see the text. So I was here and I'm like, I wouldn't invite you to come here if the heating ain't working. We stay in our house. What's the first thing I said? We're going to be here uncomfortable for it. What? Hear the truth and shiver. That's not my way. I'm warm at home. I'm warm in my car. Am I going to come here in a place to speak God's word and it's uncomfortable? I would have cancelled. And you're supposed to know me by now. He would have cancelled. I didn't know. So you don't tell me you told me by Wednesday. If I'm still here, it means I didn't get the message. So you're supposed to re-emphasize. This is not like Brother Hakeem. He don't do that and would not expose the believers to this kind of vibe. I'm not an anyhow, any place kind of guy. You should know my standards by now. And my standards are not like there. They're up there. That's what God wants. He said, sit yourself in heaven at once. So we decided, as when I mentioned it to my brother, he went to work and fixed it. And now in here is fit for purpose. What am I saying? You have to approach life from the perspective we can always do better. There must be a solution to this problem somewhere. There's a solution. We never just tolerate that which does not, harmonize with what we desire and what we know God promised. You following me? You gotta up your game. You with me? Up your game. Go and get a little bit more exposure, because that will help us to up our game. Is a bit more exposure. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
But the point is, we had to approach it like scientists. Engineer gets down, turns it, goes throughout the radiators, goes to the boiler, checks out everything. We don't just phone someone, boy, my boiler ain't working, and when they come in, it's just pressure's low. And when they're in the car going back on, a bloody idiot. That wasting my damn time. I could have gone and fit a boiler and made $2,000. He got me turning gauges. Like the same thing. The lights have gone out. Okay. Have you looked at the fuse box? Have you looked at the fuse box? Where is it? Under the stairs? I'm looking at it. Is there one of the switches down? Yes. Get some wet water and oh, sorry. Just flick the switch up and you should be okay? Lights on? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Look forward to dinner later. Yeah, no pasta. Oh my God. No cheese. So anyway, there's a brief commercial break. Back to the serious business of science. So it's important that we break things down and approach it as a scientist. Because that's who God is. He's a scientist. And you always have these little brief interludes of your greatness where you feel something. You have a thought, you have a inclination and you don't follow it. You with me? And then after the fact, when you depend on external forces and it doesn't give you the desired effect or the outcome that you want, then you reflect back on what the internal was trying to say. And the internal got to say, oh, myself don't even listen to myself. I don't even listen to myself. Now you think about who's worthy to be listened to over and beyond who you are, the God essence within you. Shouldn't that be the place that we invest in? And the reason why we love the Honorable Louis Farrakhan is because he has given us back our own. He has applied the searchlight to our lives and did not stop until he connected the God who came with the God who was within us. That was his whole purpose, is to connect us back to source. You know, like when a car is an electric car and it's had a full charge and then it's running low, you have to connect it back to source. Laptop is down at 5%. It's going to have no use unless I connect it to source. And I don't just want 10% of juice. I'm going to leave it there till I get 100%. That will take you through the day. Some of us starting the day with 7% on our phone. You with me? And what is the percentage of spirit we're starting the day with? And when the spirit is low, how do you go about topping it up? Like, how do you go about topping it up? Talking about money, talking about the kids, talking about what you want to do. That's how you top up your energy. That's the first conversation before 12 o'clock. It's the kids, it's money, it's my mom, it's my dad, it's my sister, it's my cousins. Like, what is it? What's happening in Jamaica? They still ain't got no electricity. Everything is just external. Blah, blah. You're picking something in the world that's mad anyway. And you think that's going to boost the God himself? No. You've got to have a conversation, if it's going to be externally, on the majesty of Allah God. When you start to converse, the ministers taught us, on the word of God, this is the highest level of conversation we can have, which then fuels us. It's like a dynamo. It's giving us energy the more we engage in such conversation. Until you just feel so good, then you can move on to the bills. Then you can move on to the children, because everything now is going to be directed by that word that you just charged yourself up with. Are you with me? But if there's no spirit in you, then you can't resolve your daily issues from a divine place, from a spiritual place. It's just a mundane, useless place that becomes repetitive. Let me close real quick because I don't know where the time has gone. So therefore, a dependent people cannot be free.
No, sir.
No matter how many rights they are given. And we fight for rights, we fight for rights, we fight for rights. But we're in the same predicament. Because a dependent people, the most honorable Elijah has taught us, cannot be free no matter how many rights they are given. So we want freedom, freedom, freedom. But before you want to be free, there are some prerequisites. And the prerequisite of freedom is discipline. Because what do you want to be free to do? I'm just free, man. And your freedom gets you in trouble. Free to drink, free to smoke, free to freak. Just free, do what I like. So freedom has to have some preconditions, or else it would be the means of our destruction. Yes? So freedom is not the starting point, discipline is. Because if you're not disciplined, then your freedom is not real freedom, it's a license to do whatever you want to do within the confines of the law of the land in which you live. And the law of England will allow you to be a real freak. So you can be free to be a woman if you're a man.
Yes.
Think about it.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
You can be free to get drunk and then end up getting abused, and then there's a whole system that kicks in. You can be free to get abused and to drink and get drunk as a man, and then another man helps you to his car. And you wake up in a strange place where you have been sodomized as a man. This is going on all over the place. Men are getting their drinks spiked. Men are taking them home. Men are raping them. This is a reality. This happens in the Caribbean. This happens in this country a lot. So be careful when you call for freedom. What kind of freedom is it?
That's right.
What's the quality of it?
That's right.
And I humbly suggest there is no quality if it's not preceded by discipline. So some daily structural recommendations for discipline is to fix a sleep time. A time you sleep and a time you wake. Yes? Schedule study and schedule some work, some labor. Control consumption of food. Don't just eat when you feel like it. Do you understand? You end up having fish, you end up having yogurt, you end up having bread, you end up having a flapjack. And then at night, then you fancy a pizza. Why not? Have you tasted this one yet? It's got goat cheese on it. Bit of protein in the pizza. That's what they said on the box. Get some physical training. Discipline of the body reinforces discipline of the mind. Yeah? Discipline. And then you can enjoy some freedom in an organized, structured manner. Yeah? Because even if you give an undisciplined person a credit card, what's heading their way? Debt. Not discipline. They think it's Christmas. Hey, swipe, swipe, swipe. Just swiping. Tapping. These are the new tap dancers. Lack of discipline. Because you can give your children a credit card with a budget on it and then they're bringing you back change a week later. But if they're ill discipline, then it's, they're going to run up debt. So again, let's reduce dependency ratios by looking at ourselves or ask ourselves some questions, right, in regard to dependencies. So if we look at the things we're dependent upon and ask ourselves the question, who controls our income? Just to see how dependent we are. Yeah? It's a little quick survey.
Yes.
Who controls our income?
Not us.
Who controls the food we eat?
Not us.
Yeah, we control the bean pie,
Oh.
the protein pie,
Yes, sir.
and the protein pie and the soup.
Come on.
Who controls our housing? Huh? And did we choose where we live, or did someone offer it to us?
Yes, sir.
You following me?
Yes, sir.
And who controls most of our time?
My.
Yeah? These are questions that we must ask ourselves to see how dependent we are. Yeah? And if we're dependent for our income, food, housing, and our time is all over the place, then we got work to do. Yeah? So a productive individual who works inside a system, going back to who we work for, that does not serve our cause is not considered truly independent. Because we could be earning good money, but if it's ultimately benefiting someone else and it's not coming back to our community, then again, we're following the same pattern as, slavery, where we made somebody rich and ended up generationally poor. Yes? So freedom is never declared. Freedom has to be constructed. You can't just say, I'm free now, I left my parents' house. Okay, but where are you going? You're moving into another person's house. You understand? And too many brothers do that. Brothers, we move out of our parents' houses and whatnot, then move in with sister. Do you understand? You don't like when I say this, do you? You can't do that. You have to have a place. But I love her. Okay. If you love her, find somewhere to bring her. Let her rent out her place and come and live with you. You understand? Let her come and live with you. Huh? Even if it's smaller than hers. Maintain your independence. You understand? Maintain something. You know what I mean? Because you think you have manhood, but you don't. You just castrated yourself. And who has you take a lot of pain. Like it takes a lot of pain to castrate yourself. But if you stop feeling anything, then you're a master of castration. Of self. The pain of thinking about it is, it's too much for me. So I got to stay in my corner. Do you understand? And build my corner. You understand? And that's it. But, yeah. So I give you 3 months to get out of sister's house and get your own. You understand? Can't hear you, sorry. Man, I hope I ain't stepping on no toes. Because some of you think I know. I don't know nothing. I'm just sharing a principle. Yeah? And if you do go there, yeah, then you take over the bills. Take over the mortgage or the rent. Take over the gas. Take over the electric. Take over the phone. Take over the council tax. And then when you look at it from that perspective, you might not want to go there.
Come on, exit. There you go.
Because if you're a man going in the door, your checkbook is in your pocket. Credit card. All right, cash out. Pay these bills for 6 months. Now you can come in. But unfortunately, sisters, some of your entry level is too low. You can't even go to a sleazy nightclub without having to pay an admission fee. You can't even go to the cinema without paying an entrance fee. But someone can come into your place of abode for free? I told you, man, I wish I met some of you when I was younger. You understand? I came up the hard way, bro. I've always had my own. And you're hearing me? And any woman that come into my house, I'm like, what? Your voice can't go louder than mine in my house. I demand respect. Excuse me? I ain't gonna throw you out, but I ain't letting you in again. And I always love places that have intercom.
Yes. Yes.
I'm an intercom kind of guy.
Yes, man. Yes, man.
I like buffers. I've always hated places where someone can just go right to your front door from off the street. There has to be a buffer.
Got to be.
You with me?
Yes, sir.
Everybody all right? I know you're in there, right? Intercom. Turn it off. Anyway, come on, Hakeem. Get back. Get back, get back, get back. My brother, I'm going to lay on you for a little bit, yeah? You got to come like tall.
Yes.
Not like
No. Crawling.
crawling.
No, sir.
You with me?
No.
You don't even know what side of the bed to sleep on because it's not your bed.
Imagine this.
And some of you sleep facing the window as opposed to the door. You don't even know where to sleep. Okay, I'll go anyway. I'm glad to be here. Right? Man sleep by the door. This is my side all the time. Man gotta have set chairs that are his. Come to your yard, everybody's sitting in your chair. That's a chair. No, it's not just a chair. This is where God sits. You understand? The God of all of these accomplishments. This is where he sits.
That's right. Great.
I can give you a seat, but it's not here.
No, sir.
You following me?
Come on. Happy Sunday.
Then you come in.
Yes, sir.
These are bad habits.
Yes, sir.
You're in a woman's yard.
Yes, sir.
Then you start wearing her slippers, brother. You know what I'm saying? Make yourself silly. It's just slippers. No, it's not. It's her slippers. I'll get mine next time I come. I'll bring mine from my mom's house.
Crazy.
In the nation of Islam, we don't do this. We don't do this. As long as there's some men around like me, we're not going to do this. We're not going to popularize man living in woman's yard. Fix it. Fix it. At once. Fix it. That's gonna. I want you to feel uncomfortable when you go back home. Go to the cash point. Get them. Let me give you some money. Okay. See, I've got 50s here, you know. You just like, okay, baby. Did you hear what the minister said? And then you can say, I heard him, sister. I heard him. And I can say, I didn't understand when I used to make the prayer, surely I've been greatly unjust to myself. Now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. You've been greatly unjust to yourself. So confess your faults. And ask for protection against the faults. I.e., anybody ever thinking that they can buoy us off? And you put yourself in a boy's place, then yes, she's buoying you off. What are you going to do? Just be quiet. Like, you can't rail up on a woman in her yard. That's terrible. You like humility. Because remember, the feminine nature of the man is equal to the softest woman on planet Earth.
Come on.
The woman came from the black man. You didn't hear me.
Yes, sir.
So however feminine she is, you've got that side to yourself that you don't like seeing. You following me? But you can only see it when you've got your masculinity intact. Then you don't mind the balance. So you don't beat no woman. And she's got a point and she's asserting her point. I get it. Like, get it. All right, got the point. All right. Okay, yeah, I hear you. You're speaking English. Got it. Only language I know. Okay, cool. Got it. You still have talk? Okay. Okay. You know something? Just bear with me for one moment, yeah? Just bear with me for one moment. That's what they call a quick getaway. Yeah. You are out. And then you can start a conversation through text. It's better. Because she ain't here. That's when WhatsApp kicks in. Yes. And she knows if to stop sending them when she don't see the 2 ticks. Because some of us know how to read it without the tick. It's true. And we determine whether we want to go any further with this conversation. So maintain your balance, because you have the capacity to not get angry, because you've got a whole feminine side that can absorb all of that. So don't close that out where you make someone think that now all of a sudden it becomes weakness to be yourself. You've got a reserve of compassion, of femininity. Draw on it. You with me? It's not weakness. Draw on it. Because we don't fight women. Can't hear you, sir.
No, sir.
We don't fight women.
No, sir.
We don't fight women. We don't. And you will find you lose them when you start getting tough and boisterous. But if you outdo them in softness, that's when you got her. She can't even escape. Got you. Got you.
Yes,
sir. Because sometimes we think it's tough and more tough.
Yeah.
Get my point across. That's not it.
No.
That's not it. You got to find your Michael Jackson. You understand? Every woman loved Mike. Isn't that right, sis?
Yes, Come on.
Because he's a man, but he knows how to pitch.
Yes.
And here, even when he's angry, when he's expressing himself, he's not boyish. He's like very firm, but delicate. Yeah. Like silk. Silk is always silk. Yeah. Never nylon. It's always silk. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
And we got to be silky the way how we maneuver. All right?
Yes, sir.
So if we change the way how we look at things, the things we look at will change. Just by changing our mind, everything appears different. Yes? So we got to work on our perspective, because perspective is everything. Yes? Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said we cannot beg our way into equality.
No, sir. No,
you
sir.
must produce something that the world needs. Or wants, sorry. Want and needs, yes? Yeah. Now the enemies of freedom always seek to destroy the industrious amongst the oppressed.
Yes, they do.
Anybody who's trying to get us to do something, they move on those concerns. Because industry is productive labor. Not just labor, productive labor. And it's treated as a threat to domination. You understand? And that's why the enemy will go and kidnap leaders. You understand? Because they're afraid, you know, that these leaders who want better for their people, and they do everything within their power to stop the person from bringing a better quality of life to their people, and then justify their evil acts against such leaders by showing the poorest in their society.
That's right. That's right.
What a heck of a thing for someone to show you poor people in Venezuela. Have you been to the slums in America? Have you been to parts of New York, Chicago, LA, Washington, Baltimore? A heck of a nerve. Heck of a nerve. And here you are, the so-called superpower, wealthiest nation on planet Earth, got more millionaires than any other country, but you've got people living in squalor.
That's right. Who are you?
And you're going to complain about a man who's just been in power for a couple of years.
That's right.
It's crazy, isn't it? But some people believe it. So let's look at freedom versus illusion. What kind of freedom is it when you are free to choose between two evils?
Wow.
You think about it. All you're choosing is that which ain't good for you. Okay, bacon versus ham. That's all what's on the menu.
Exactly.
You got to leave that restaurant.
That's right.
Yeah?
Unexpected.
Or that brother's house. No. But freedom is not a feeling. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has taught us. Freedom is a condition created by discipline, productivity, and ownership. Without discipline, productivity, and owning something, you can't be free. Because you're fully dependent on others. And that's no life to live, is it?
No, sir.
Yeah, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, those who do not produce will always be governed by those who do.
Simple as that.
Always.
Oh.
Take these points home with you. Because productivity has never been about personal success, but about collective security and self-determination. How determined are we to succeed? I keep on telling you all the time, when you find people who are going somewhere and who have that spark, do everything within your power to latch onto them. Do you understand? Because sometimes certain people only come around every once in a while.
That's right.
You with me? And your ability to seize an opportunity when it presents itself will pay you dividends. It really will. Because if you had a couple of billionaires come through the door and you say you want to improve your condition, what question, how would you start a conversation with somebody? What would you ask them that won't repel them? I remember we were in Jamaica once and we were blessed to meet Bruce Golding when he was the Prime Minister. We went down into Tivoli Gardens, which was his constituency. We had a nice meeting with him in his office, really nice meeting. And then he invited us to a garden dinner party afterwards in Kingston. So we went to a garden dinner party and it was maybe 12 men and maybe 14 sisters there. And there was two sort of separate tables. The sisters were sitting at a table because they were all CEOs of companies. They were big time money women. And the brothers were money men and different kind of people and students in university, whatever. And Bruce, was very comfortable sitting amongst the sisters, going over their businesses, I can help them. And then when he came to our table, one of the sisters, her son, asked him a question. He said, well, Bruce, when y'all go take care of this little part, put work on him. Bruce listened. I said, I'll come back a little later. And got up and went and sit back with the sisters.
He spoke.
Because they were nurturing him. They were feeding him. After he was just feeding hundreds of people in the constituency, the last thing he wanted to do was to come amongst so-called professionals and they sucked the last little life that he had in him.
Imagine that.
And when he came, and as soon as the brother was trying to impress someone with his question, and we ended up losing the prime minister. Is it a prime minister in Jamaica? Yeah. We ended up losing the prime minister, and he went back to the sisters' table. You want to hear what them cost the boy, you see? Look upon you. Cast them off. Because he represented opportunity that we could have had constructive conversation. You following me? So sometimes you got to get away from the bossy kind of thing and know how to speak to people who are influential. Because if you don't know, you're going to miss your slot. That's right. Life is like an amalgamation of slots. And how you deal with your slot determines, you know, where you go. You either go up or you go back down. Okay, and we've been down long enough, haven't we? So let's look at some definitions for productivity and some practical uses of the term. Productivity must equal busyness. Busyness, yeah? You can spell it differently, but we're spelling it today, busyness, yeah? Because some of you say business, which means just having a computer and getting nothing done.
That's right. Busy.
Oh yeah, doing it just Googling.
That's right. Not busy.
Know the price of everything, but I ain't got nothing.
That's right.
So busyness is being in motion, acquiring things, acquiring and also distributing, yes? Acquire, distribute, yes? Productivity, useful output that reduces dependency, yeah? And it starts on so many different levels. I ain't got time to finish. But it starts on so many different levels. If you just go home and go through your wardrobe, things that you will never wear again. But there's an attraction to those old shoes that I've only worn twice. Because they're not old, they're new, because I've only worn them twice. I was going to keep them there. Just in case. 2 years have passed. You haven't even, you know.
Still, just in case.
Clothes that don't even fit you no more. But there is a affiliation with these things. That there's an attachment that is unseemly. You can't be so attached to fabric. If it was a book, I get it. You following me? This book could help me. Yeah, I get it. Because you should never borrow people your books or sell your books, you know. But things, you got to make room for
New.
different things. Yeah? So let's break the cycle of dependency. Let's look at that. Let's learn one economically useful skill. Yes? Whether it's trade, tech, or logistics, agriculture, or finance. This is breaking the cycle. Yes? I want us to have a focus on one of these skill-based fields of endeavor so that we can break the cycle, right? Produce something repeatable. You know, it's like we've produced this great protein pie, right?
Come on. Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
You'll be surprised how little protein people get, you know?
Yeah.
And how important protein is.
Easy.
Don't ever take for granted. If you haven't eaten some bean soup, make sure you eat the protein pie. Don't keep going throughout the days, weeks, months without having those beans in your body. You got to have the haricot bean in your body in some way, shape, or form. And even if it's just a slice of the protein pie on a daily basis, you've got your intake of God's diet.
Come on.
This is what God said to eat.
Tell it.
I know you like lentils. I know you like, you know, pasta soup. Minestrone. Now, I love this one. Avoid prestige skills that do not feed, clothe, house, or educate.
Come on. That's the
Some of you love to call yourself, oh, I'm a lawyer. Oh, I'm a this. Oh, you know, I'm a that. Oh, I'm a the other. Oh, I'm in finance. Oh, I'm in education. Oh, I'm in medicine. Oh. All these respectable, quote unquote, fields of endeavors, or all these respectable, skill sets that we say we have. But ain't got no money. I'm a psychologist, but I ain't got no money. I'm just as mad as my clients.
On the case, that's right.
I mean, like, if you have not learned, but it's prestigious. You love when people ask what you do for a living. I'm a doctor. I'm a nurse. Okay. And you renting from the person who never went to university.
That's right.
Think about it.
Imagine that.
Don't allow the enemy to gas you up with these big titles.
No, sir.
And you just have prestige in name, but peasantry in reality.
Come on.
You following me?
Yes, sir.
You can't even afford a place big enough to be able to think. Do you understand? No outside space, not even a balcony. Do you understand? These are things we can't keep on just, overlooking. We have to set a goal for ourselves. Have an assessment where you are. Give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a tap on the chest, a tap on the back. But now let's roll up the sleeves and get down to business. I remember I used to get suits made where they used to have these buttons here. And we used to think that these buttons are just here for the sake of it. But on quality suits, these buttons open. They're working buttons. Because when you're wearing a suit, you're supposed to roll up your sleeves. It's not for posing. It's actually part of your uniform that when it's time for work, you open up these buttons. This is a cheap suit. You open up the buttons. No, it's not a cheap suit. I got it made. It's actually not a cheap suit. And then you open up your shirt and then you roll them up. I remember going to Harrow, the school Harrow on the hill. Boys' school, high performance school. 1,000 boys, 3-piece suits they wear. And I remember on a Saturday we were going to the open day and having a look at that, school. And the little boys would be walking from one house to the next with their jackets rolled up, sleeves rolled up with books under their hand. I'm like, you see, when someone's 13 and they've got that kind of attitude,
Come on.
they're going to be teleported right to the City of London.
That's right.
Right to Wall Street, right down into Singapore, into Hong Kong, into Malaysia, down into Dubai. You can see where they're going to be transported to in a few years. Do you understand? We got to, even if we can't afford it, we got to go and look to see how others are being groomed for a bright future. See, we've always thought that, God has to come and just by abracadabra, he's going to just kill everybody else and give us the kingdom. I used to think like that too. He's going to kill everybody and we're going to be, fast-tracked into leadership. Did you think that too? How right were you? It's wrong. It's not wrong. He says a rising force brings down or precipitates a falling force. If you want the enemy to fall, you got to rise.
Come on.
And if we're not rising, he ain't falling. And if God intervenes and causes him to fall, is he falling on our head?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Because if he's falling and we're attached to him through our gas, electricity, housing, food, how are we going to survive if he goes? How? What is the survival plan? I don't understand. How many times when I was young, living at home, it used to drive me crazy sometimes. I just want to leave. And one time I opened the front door and went to the gate. Just went to the gate.
Nowhere to go.
But I had no money. I had no nothing. So I went back in and got beaten for opening the door. Not only did I come back disappointed, I had to get some licks for breaking protocol. Who told you can open the door? See, when you come up in a house where you need permission to open the front door, you don't need the nation to teach you discipline. You got it. It's in you. Just needs to be applied to something worth achieving. Yeah? But fundamentally, it's in you.
Yes, sir.
All right? So just to close. So if our labor cannot sustain us without charity, it's incomplete. And what do I mean by charity? I mean, looking to the government to do for us what we have the capacity to do for ourselves. Yeah? We have the capacity to do for ourselves. Yes?
Yes, sir.
So what is, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said, doing for self invokes the help of God Almighty. That's the key. What more can we possibly want than Allah's help? Yes? I'm just going to close with this in regards to what is doing for self. And we go to the next picture. Anybody you recognize in that picture? That's Brother Colin, where he took himself up. He went to Calais and was feeding our brothers and sisters who were being mistreated. Like, paid for it himself, took himself up and went down there and, gave some aid to our people. He was doing the act of making something happen through one's own actions. Have you noticed he was the only FOI in the picture? He didn't go with a whole team of people. Allah was sufficient. Yeah? Allah was sufficient. And Brother Raymond. Brother Raymond was there also. And Brother Vincent. Yes. But they were camera shy. So when you're doing for, in this context, is used as a function word to indicate purpose. For. Who? Like, what's the direction? For. An intended goal, also to indicate the object or recipient of a perception, desire, or activity. Self, a person's essential being that distinguishes them from others. Isn't that beautiful? You got to embrace who God made you and me to be. So what is doing for self? This assumes we know ourselves. But you can't do for self unless you know yourself. And you can't know yourself unless you embrace your uniqueness. And I get it, how it's challenging, because to be unique means you have to establish yourself, where it's much easier to establish somebody else. or to establish a caricature of self. But for you to go to work, to plant yourself and grow, that takes work. To establish something new. Yeah? Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Got to love you, self-love. Celebrate you. Not worship you, celebrate you. That you were never before and you'll never be again.
Never.
This is a moment in time that you and I must savor and give thanks whilst Allah's breath is still in our body. Because life is so fragile. It's here one day and gone the next. And when Allah touches you a little bit to show you how fragile it is, and you say, man, that was a close call. Then you mustn't forget the closeness of the call. Because the day you have a close call is the day you make a sincere prayer. And you shouldn't need a close call in order to make a sincere prayer. And this is why we got to get back to being disciplined, and we have to break the yoke of ill discipline and learn. And, you know, it's something to consider as I just conclude the last couple of sentences, is the followers of Jesus, they followed the Messiah and they didn't know how to communicate with the source of his power. He was always talking about his father, but he had followers and they had to ask him, Master, teach us how to pray. Think about it. How can you be with a man of God and not know how to pray? He's getting all of these results, and when they try it, they don't get the same result. And then when they ask him to intervene, he intervenes and he gets the result, and he criticizes them for not having faith. O ye of little faith. But, you know, regards to the followers, because at least they had the sense to take advantage of this great man whilst he was in their midst. We're taught in our lessons, ask questions and learn all about yourself. So these men were wise and they asked questions. Master, teach us how to pray. And he responded, pray on this wise. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. That prayer is so loaded. Thy kingdom done, thy will be done. There is something that I didn't read you. I might have read it, but I want to read it to you again as I close this out. If we bring forth, the book of Timothy says, if you bring forth what is within you, this typifies what I'm going to say. If you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you. So if the kingdom of God is within and we don't bring it forth, then it will be the means of our destruction, because we will stay we will stay in a state that time is taken out of existence. So the only way we can survive is if we upgrade ourselves to be suitable for the time. If you have an iPhone 10, 11, you actually can't benefit from your apps because the operating system will not download into that old phone. So you get forced to upgrade your phone. And likewise, if we don't cast off all of these demons that was put in us, then we're not going to be able to take on the wisdom that's being shared and actually benefit from it. It's not about having the best memory. It's about learning how to practically apply the little that you already know. Goes back to having all these clothes in your wardrobe that you're never going to wear. What's the point of having all this knowledge if we don't know how to apply it?
That's right.
Yes? So therefore we need to do an audit of self. Yes? And prioritize that which would transform our lives.
Yes.
And make our lives a heaven at once. In with the new, out with the old. May Allah bless us, family, as I greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Praise be to Allah. Thank you. I hope you got something out of what I said, because I've totally exhausted myself and I need a chair. So I hope you had a good morning, and you took some notes, and you took some. Always feel free when you come on Sunday to take screenshots and pictures. And if you want these images, I can get them to you. I'm not hoardful like that. Yeah, it's just £100 a slide. But my intellectual property, you know. No, I will get them to you, because these are good things for you to look at daily, particularly that last surah, that last quote from Timothy. Do keep these things and meditate on them, and have conversations with your Christian brothers and sisters, your Islamic brothers and sisters, and just your general family, because you can feel the pressure on family members nowadays. Everybody's going through something. And you and I have to put ourselves in a position where we can be helpful to our family, helpful to each other, where we feel comfortable phoning each other and saying, you know, can you help me with something? Can you be able to? And we feel no way. All right? So let's be nice, you know, and let's be of service to each other, because we don't want anybody getting left behind. Okay? So with that said, thank you. We're just going to go into part 2 now. So just take your seats. And no, I'm only playing with you. So with that said, thank you. What we're going to do is end in prayer and thank God for the service for today. Sounded Christian, didn't it? Okay, attention prayer. In the most holy name of Allah, who is indeed the beneficent, the most merciful, all holy praises are due to thee, O Allah, the Lord of all the worlds, the beneficent, the most merciful, the sole master of this day of judgment and resurrection in which we now live. To thee alone, Allah, do we serve, to thee alone do we beseech for thine aid. O Allah, guide us on the straight path, the path of those upon whom thou hast bestowed thy favors, not the path of those upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor of those who go astray. Ameen. Thank you. Have a lovely day and a great start to your week as I leave you in peace. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you.